This is our project, fingerprint recognition based portable attendance system. Here this is Raspberry Pi, which is acting as a main component in our project. We can connect the Raspberry Pi with the computer with the PuTTY software or with the HDMI to VGA cable. This is the HDMI to VGA cable. By connecting HDMI to VGA cable, we don't require PuTTY software. If we use PuTTY software, we have to require LAN for Raspberry Pi and also for laptop or monitor, for which we have running PuTTY software. We have using HDMI to VGA cable because we require Raspberry Pi working for long time, and if we use the PuTTY software, the LAN will be available for long hours, which is more tidy task, and there will be network problem. So that we are using the HDMI to VGA cable. By using HDMI to VGA cable, VGA terminal is connecting with the monitor pin, and the HDMI terminal is connected with the Raspberry Pi. This cable we can't use with the laptop because this is a female terminal and the laptop's terminal is also female. So that we have to use the monitor of the PC only. This is fingerprint module. This is interface board connecting with fingerprint module. This is used as a level shifter because Raspberry Pi can only access signal which is having 3.3 volts, and the interface board is connected with microcontroller to get the fingerprint ID. The controller sends ID of the fingerprint matched to the Raspberry Pi after level shifter, because controller sends signal with 5 volt and Raspberry Pi can access only 3.3 volt signal. So that we have used level shifter. We have access keypad to select the course code, because one teacher can be teaching with more than one subject. So that we have used 3x4 keypads interfaced with Raspberry Pi. Here is a power supply required for fingerprint module. We have given 4.94 volt as a power supply to the interface board. Now I am running the program for the Raspberry Pi. This is the command for running program, sudo python. This is the path of our program. SQL mod is a Python file which is I am running. Attendance system starts. Here the system is waiting for teacher's finger. Then a teacher has to give fingerprint. Until teacher's fingerprint is recognized, the system will not start. Teacher is giving his finger. After that, teacher's finger ID is 11. Now he has to select the course code. Until he select the course code, can't start the attendance system. These are the runtime warnings. These we can negotiate by writing the GPIO.setup. GPIO.setup into bracket warnings false. Now teacher has to select the course code. After selecting the course code, running current date and timing will be displayed, and successfully added teacher's entry. In the teacher's table, entry will be added, and the teacher name is SN Kore and his subject is BELN. Then attendance is started, and his attendance system is waiting for student's finger for marking attendance. Now student has to give the attendance to mark his attendance. Student has given the attendance, and his ID is 3, and he is getting message attendance marked. Student has given the attendance, and his ID is 3, and he is getting message attendance mark for another student for attendance. ID number of the next student is 5, and her attendance is marked. Now next student's ID number is 6, and his attendance is also marked. Now we can see the attendance updated database. This is the command for entering in the MySQL server. In this enter password, we have to give the password which have been given at the running time at the installing time of MySQL. Here we have to select the database which we have created. We have created database with the name attendance. Here database is changed to attendance. BLN is a subject name. In this table, attendance is updated. We can see the latest lecture number is 4, and the attendance mark is only for Pooja Kumbhar, Tejaswini Elpale and Shrutika Rao. Whenever the student is absent, his date for particular lecture will be null, and the lecture number for which he is absent can be easily understood. We can here see that for lecture number 4, Neelam Murai and Sonali Pawar were absent, so that student can also easily understand that for which lecture he was absent. Now we can see the teachers table also. This is the command for selecting from SNK table. SNK is the name of the teacher, and from this table we have here is the lectures for which SNK has been attended. BLN is the subject. We can also give the another subject. We have for demo purpose we have given one subject to one teacher. This is the latest serial number. That is lecture number of BLN. We can see the date also. You can see the date for which he has taken the lecture. This is the year for which he is teaching, and this is the branch for electronics branch for year first. He is teaching BLN subject, and he has taken 4 lectures at the date and timing given in the table. Raspberry Pi has its own IP address. After installing the PHP MyAdmin server, it is connected with the IP address of the Raspberry Pi. We can access the database updated through this website also. Here is the IP address of the Raspberry Pi, and it is acting as a local host. Here we have to log in as a username, root and password whichever we have given while creating the database. Here we can create different usernames with different passwords, so that we can give the particular data access to the particular student, so that the system will be more secure.
त्याच्या आतमध्येच हे होते नुसार अपडेट होते लाल ॲक्सेस पहिल्याकडे मग आपण दुसऱ्या साईडवर दुसऱ्यांना अपडेट करू शकतो.
Here are the different databases whichever we have created. The attendance is our project database. In attendance, here are the different tables whichever we have created. The BLN is the subject table in which attendance is updated. Lect and lecture are the lecture numbers updated. Because to update BL attendance, we have to know the lecture number. The lecture number variable is stored in the lect and lecture number. We have stored lecture number of MIP in lect and BLN in lecture. Now we select the BLN. Here is the database which is updated earlier. We can export this to PDF format. We can export this database updated in the PDF format as follows. We have to select the export. In this we have to select the custom display. In the format, we have to select the PDF format. In this, we have to select the Go. Now the PDF format of this updated database will be downloaded. We can download the PDF format from other machine also. If LAN is connected, database will be updated. After updation of the database only, we can download the PDF from other machine also by giving the IP address as a IP address of Raspberry Pi /php admin.
अपडेट होते आणि प्लॅन कनेक्ट झाल्यावर बाहेरून बघू शकतो.
Here is the downloaded PDF format of the student. Here where are the date is not displayed, the student is absent for that particular lecture, and lecture number is also given so that we can easily understand that for which lecture which student is absent for that lecture. After LAN connecting, before we connect the LAN, the database is updated only in the MySQL database. After connecting the LAN, the database is updated in PHP MyAdmin server, and only after that we can access it from the other machines. Similarly, we can update the database for another teacher also, and for that other student list will be updated.